Theme song.
Welcome back to Solid Content and Project Hospital. It's a special night. Tonight, I'm recording this deep in the evening. This is the latest I've ever recorded, probably. And I am joined by none other than Mrs. Solid Content because it's date night.
Date night at the hospital.
Date night at the hospital.
Pretty romantical.
We've had some date nights at the hospital, have we not?
I think maybe one.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember which one it was. But anyway, we don't need to talk about all the stuff that goes wrong with you. And your body.
Whoa, starting off, patient died
I know,
immediately.
Sarah died. And here's the thing. Look how many options there were for things she could have had. Struck by lightning. Mild frostbite. PCF. I don't know what the PCF is. Oh dear, a neurological disease. So we just could not figure out what was wrong with her.
Wait. This
and
is
she
their
died.
list of... It might have been this.
Yeah,
That's-
because I'll walk you through what happens, but not so. I won't walk you through so in depth that everybody who knows how to play Project Hospital will get bored. But essentially, folks, I got a lot to talk about. Let's pop over into our money section here. Everything's looking very good right now. We're looking nice and rich. 300,000 hospital doubloons here. But if I pop over into my chart here, you're gonna see a pretty bleak picture. So this was the episode I recorded. And then look how in the red I was for so long with only one spike up into the green there a little ways ago. I went into the mother of all death spirals. Death spirals? Deathy death spirals after recording the live stream. And I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about that. As you can see, I also started to lose. This was where I was getting debuffed, and it chases away all of your patience. So that was like a real bad time for me. It was real stressful around the house, around the real house. Mrs. Solo to be like, "Are you coming to bed?"
It's been quite a week, folks. Yeah.
I was so sad for my hospital, and I learned a couple of things here, and we talked about it a couple episodes ago. But again, if you take a look at this here, you get a bonus from events down at the. Oh yeah, that's people checking. That's people getting their number called to go to the doctor. So bonus budget from money. Look at that bottom line down there. If you are in debt, that bonus budget from money is minus 10%, which means that any of your payouts are now 10% lower. But look up top where it says patient intake and insurance payments. Those numbers are also down 80, 70% for intake. The insurance payments might go down to like 90, 80%. So not only are you getting less from them because you're in debt, but you're also getting another minus 10% on your bonus money. At the bottom there, that little thing that was down there at the bottom. So you are in, the one thing with Project Hospital is when you get into a debt spiral, it just makes it worse. The spiral becomes so much worse.
I mean, that is sort of like debt in real life.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, that's sort of exactly how real life goes.
Okay, so question.
Yeah.
If I may.
Mm-hmm.
What country is this hospital in? What kind of healthcare system do you have going on here?
This is a very American hospital, and you'll see that
Okay,
because...
so it's a business.
Yeah, because
Okay.
these are the people here, the contracted companies that come to my hospital. I don't take the uninsured or the cheapos because I'm trying to make money. It's a game. At the end of the day, look, I'm just trying to win this game, okay? Now, one thing I did find, so basically the best strategy when you get into a debt hole in this game is to immediately take out a massive loan. Literally dig yourself out of the hole. I took out $200,000 in loans. My daily interest was only $2,000. So, yes, I was losing money, but that gave me at least the bonuses down here, or like, bonus from events. Don't worry about that. We'll talk about that in a second. But I had everything I needed to build out of the debt hole. And then once I got a ton of money, I then, as you can see, my profits were nice and high, especially right there. I paid off the loan in full, no problem. So, yeah, step one when you're in a debt hole in this game is take out a giant loan. Step 2, if you've unlocked it, is right up here, baby, the events. So, Julie, I'm going to walk you through an event right now.
Ooh la la,
So
what a date.
Events, when they happen, they will trigger in the game like sort of randomly, and you can choose to accept or decline them. But now I have the power to just trigger them. So I would just run like a bunch of events in a row. So let's do one right now. I'm gonna pick accident. because I feel like I have pretty good trauma and I have pretty good general surgery capacity, so the accident's always good. There's been a major road traffic accident or on a major road in the region. Very sad. Real sad stuff. And I guess I caused this by clicking that button. So
yeah, I was gonna would this just not occur if you hadn't pressed
No, it
it?
wouldn't have occurred if I hadn't pressed it. Yeah. I'm sort of an evil god.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna heal them, or the ones that didn't die.
Isn't that's a complex? Like
Oh man, so I only got
that is
3.
like a type of complex that what is it called? Like the angel. There's like nurse angel serial killer.
Yeah.
people.
I've got nurse angel serial killer people complex.
That is the technical term, everybody.
So what's happening now is I've triggered the event. We've got these 3 people need to be cured in the next 12 hours here. So they're coming in. We are going to figure them out. We're going to figure out what's going on. Now, here's the fun thing. You can stack an event. If you get an event and you're successful, you get an extra $5,000, and you get to charge these hospital customers that come in. So you get their money and you get $5,000 just for passing the event. But if you get a couple events in a row and you pass them in a row, you get more and more money. So now I am maxed out my bonuses. So every event that I pass successfully, I get 20,000 hospital doubloons. So let's take a look what we got here. This one could be tough, though. It's only 3 people, which means it's going to be a hard cure. So you're going to help me with this, Mrs. Allard. Are you ready?
Why wouldn't that be an easier cure to have less?
Well, I know, but it means that they might have more wrong with them.
Ooh.
Okay, so he's got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Severe hemorrhaging. So he needs a physical examination. We're going to order a physical examination. And he has a wound, so obviously that's, physical examination is going to go well for that. And I'm going to palpitate his abdominal, which I think is that thing doctors do where they, poke you in the stomach or something.
And they'll be like, does it hurt here? Does it hurt here? Yeah, I think that's what
And you're like, yeah, for sure hurts everywhere. All right, so this person also he's got only 4 potential problems, but he's losing blood, so we're going to get a blood transfusion going. Abdominal injury, so we need to order a physical examination, and severe hemorrhage, so yeah, physical examination and the pressure bandage is going to help. So we've got 3 of them in now, and where's the other one?
Is that just blood all over the floor?
Yeah, that's blood all over the floor. Yeah, it's not going great for these people. I mean, they came in, they were in an accident. They came in bleeding out everywhere, which I don't know if I've ever seen that in a hospital, that they come in and there's just blood dripping off of the stretcher. Don't you think it would kind of have you bandaged up by the time you get to the hospital? That's just me.
Maybe. Depends how many people are in the ambulance, I guess.
See, now this one's going to be tricky. 3 hidden symptoms which we don't know about yet, and nausea.
What?
So
His
it could
name is
be
Richard, too? There's so many Richards.
Do we have a couple of Richards?
Yeah.
Richard Cole, Richard Harris, and Frank Jackson. Okay, you need to decide what we're going to do with this person.
Okay,
Because
what?
I'm going to take a bite of my pie. Mrs.
my
Solid heated up
goodness.
some pie for us for date night.
Check his vision. Make sure he can still see properly. See if he's able to respond to any questions. Here's the problem. I'm slightly too far away to read the options, so I am going based off of the last thing that happened to me at a hospital.
Okay. People watching this video, can you send send money to us so we can buy her a proper chair? Because this was her idea. She's like, I want to play games with you. And I was like, that sounds fun, but we don't have a chair for her. Okay, we revealed some symptoms. We need to find one more symptom here, and that's going to lower the probability or raise the probability on one of these things. It's either a spleen contusion or a liver contusion. He's doing a blood draw right now. Do you think a CT scan modality that creates detailed images of the internal organs and bones? Should we send him for a
CT?
Do it.
Okay,
we're going to send him to a CT scan.
Just liver and spleen, those are organs.
We've got 11 and a half hours left to cure these 3 people. This is tight. Oh no, he's going into shock. Frank is going into shock. He's not doing well. That's not Richard. Where's Frank? Where's Frank? Hopefully he's being dealt with. Physical blood transfusion. So he's getting a blood transfusion. Where is Frank? He's right here. He's being helped, but we still don't know what's wrong with him. He has one hidden symptom.
I like the little doctor or nurse treating one of the guys
CT.
and just moving their little hands but they're not really doing anything. It's cute.
Right here?
Yeah.
I wish I could zoom in more.
Just waving their hands. Maybe this will help.
We like Susan Davis. She's great. Doctor rating 80%. We're big fans of Susan.
That other 20% though. Huh.
Yeah. So far we have no diagnosis on these 3. This is actually one of the harder. I'm worried that normally when they send this few patients, they're going to be tough. So I think this is what's going on here.
Is it
This
their
could ruin my
bones?
streak. If I lose this, I'm going to get a $5,000 penalty, and I'll lose my winning streak, which means the next events will be back
Ooh, I
down
have
to
an
$5,000.
idea. I have an idea.
What?
Don't lose.
Oh, okay. That Richard Cole is waiting for a free examination room. They're going to do pulse oximetry. We need to. Should we call our friend who's a doctor?
Well,
It's a little late.
yeah. That's what I was thinking.
They have a kid. They have a new kid.
Or she might be busy being a real doctor right now.
That's true. All right. We are waiting for a spot. Oh, somebody's getting taken to examination. Richard Harris is being taken now to get his CT done, I think. Come on, Richard Harris. Yeah. Let's CT this guy. I hope this works. I hope CT was the right thing. We just need to find out which organ has been contused. All right, I'm going to take another bite of pie. Oh, no. I dropped my fork.
It's a disaster over here. Oh, there he goes. This is interesting because I just had a CT scan recently. And so now I'm just watching him and I'm like, ooh, that's what that was like. I didn't like it. Everyone put in the comments your favorite scan you've had.
Okay.
This is what happens when you have to take a bite of food and you leave me.
Well, you made
to
pie
be in
for date night.
charge.
Okay. Hang on. Okay, the CT is done, and we have a diagnosis of spleen contusion, which means he just needs a blood transfusion, and that's it. So we have
So that was one of the
Richard Harris
Richards.
has a diagnosis. We're not out of the woods yet. It has to be successful now, his treatment. I believe the next person, I think we ordered CTs for all of them, didn't we? Or we should. This guy has the same situation, so let's CT this guy as well. And let's see, is Frank getting... The problem is we only have one CT room.
Could you give one of them an MRI instead?
Oh, wait,
They're
is that the
sort
same?
of-
I don't have it available to me for some
Oh,
reason.
well, it looks like you have an MRI machine though.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's it.
But it's not allowing me to do it.
Oh,
I don't know why.
because that's the one that then does your brain.
Okay, we're going to lose this one, I think. 9 hours left.
What? That's so much time.
We've got Richard Harris has been cured, though. We've got a check mark. Yeah, Richard Harris. So we're down to 2, but for some reason, it has taken forever. Okay, Richard. What about Richard Cole? Where are you? They haven't been. Come on. It just takes forever to get them into the CT scanner because we only have the one. But then the other thing is, like, I don't know. Can I afford another one? And should I build one right now? Who's this? Richard Cole is getting his
another guy's
exam.
going in, yeah.
Okay. We just need to get Frank Jackson in here, and hopefully this helps us find out what it is. Oh no, I don't think it was conclusive. Let's get him a differential diagnosis. I think that helps. It wasn't conclusive. We only have 6 hours left. Oh, this is bad. Okay, this is bad. Frank Jackson, we're still not doing great with Frank Jackson either. His CT is active. It looks like it's about to happen. So hopefully it does. Oh, we're freezing a little bit because it is now 2000 hours, so it's the end of the day. And we did good. We made a decent amount of money. We made 45,000 doubloons. And we did an event, I guess, the day before before I started recording this. And we got 20,000 doubloons for that. Oh, man, I did so many in a row. And now we're going to lose. As soon as I'm trying to impress you with my cool hospital gameplay.
Yeah, I thought I married a doctor.
Well, first of all, you for sure didn't. So sorry about that. Okay, you know what I think
Ladies
we might
and
have
gentlemen,
to do?
this is a
What?
surprise to me.
What?
Just kidding.
Abdominal surgery, abdominal or thoracic. Oh, here we go. We have one. He needs to go in for abdominal surgery.
Poor
Oh,
guy.
no. He's only got 5 hours. That's not ideal. I was hoping it would just be like pills. Okay, Frank Jackson. We might have to just do like a Hail Mary on Frank Jackson. Where is Frank Jackson? He just got his, oh no, differential diagnosis. We don't have a doctor able to do that. Let's do this.
Monitored patient is collapsing. Who's that?
Linda. Yeah, old Linda here. Arteriosclerosis or a subdermal hematoma, which she needs a craniotomy. I do not have the ability to help her unless it's this. That's probably why she's collapsing a bit. Let's get her an urgent echo and neurological testing and a physical exam. All right, now back to this thing we're about to lose. We have 4 hours left. Frank Jackson. We do not have a diagnosis. One thing we could do is take a wild guess and just assume that it's penetrated pancreas laceration. Richard Cole is now healed. We have 4 hours left to get Frank Jackson healed.
Let's just guess.
Here's the thing, though. If we guess and we do surgery on him and it's wrong, then we get sued. Oh, we have it.
Oh.
It's abdominal surgery. Do it.
What?
I don't know. One of the doctors figured it out. Get him up there now.
It's probably Susan.
4 hours. It was probably, let's be honest,
She's
it was
the
Susan.
best.
It was Susan. I think Susan's a nurse, though, P.S.
Oh.
Transported,
Hey,
hospitalized,
nurses
transported
do a
to
lot
room.
too.
Yes, Frank's going up. 3 hours and 50 minutes. Can we solve this? Can we get him in there? Is Frank going right to... No, he's not going right to surgery. Come on. Oh, I'm so nervous. Waiting for surgical team. Event successful for some reason. All right, we did it. I was watching. He didn't go into surgery, so he wasn't treated.
I do feel like a healthcare hero right now.
I feel like if you have a diagnosis, that means you win it, I guess. Because he's right here. Frank Jackson, he has not had his surgery yet. It's scheduled. All right, well, that's great. So you feel like a medical hero now?
I do, yeah.
Woo! Well, folks, that is how you dig out of a debt hole. So I was in this debt spiral. I took out a huge loan just to keep my benefits up, and then I also started going around and making sure there were lots of like plants and stuff in the halls to try to keep prestige up. I felt like prestige was taking a hit. As you can see, the internal medicine department isn't doing great for prestige, and I think that's because. Critical workloads. We need to go and take a look at those rooms, I guess, a little bit. And looks like dirty floor, unattended, ugly environment. Yeah, so the internal medicine department is having a rough time. And this was the one, I was proud of this design, though. It's just really small is the problem. So we probably need, like, more nurse staff. We actually don't have that many. We don't even have... So we could have way more nurse staff. Why do we have so few? Internal medicine here. Let's get another nurse, maybe? Because that'll help their patient care. That'll help that time.
Yeah, Susan just wants to be able to take a break every once in a while.
Well, Susan's in a different department. I know you love Susan because I introduced you to Susan.
She deserves to have a vacation.
Help me hire another one here. We need somebody for internal medicine. So this is on the 3rd floor here. Christopher Wilson. That's a friend of ours.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it has to be him. Also, I think I took classes from someone named Jennifer Lee once.
But he's got such bad patient care. It's 27%. I mean, I guess he'll get better. And he's a night owl. We want him for the night.
Christopher Wilsons are usually night owls.
Okay, let's put Christopher Wilson in the night. And then we could move this person who is not a night owl, but she's a gamer. We could move her to the day shift. Switch to day shift. There we go. So we have 3 during the day, 1 at night.
Wait, the one we have at night is the one who's not good at patient care?
Oh, and we do have we do have a small room here for what? What is that?
The one you put on by themselves at night is the one who's not good at patient care?
Yeah.
Seems like a good idea.
Okay, we'll hire one more night nurse who's good at surgery, I guess. What about Linda Clark? 60% and medical surgery 40%. Let's do that.
Okay.
So we've had, she is slow though. And she's a fresh parent. She literally
gets a picture of a snail.
Yeah. She's a fresh parent too, which I feel bad for judging that, but.
She's probably pretty tired then.
This guy is a lot more expensive, but he's got a long commute as well, which I don't like. However, loyal, and he's a fast learner. So I think we're going to get Michael Johnson instead of Linda. We just want a fast person working at night. There he is. Nice and bald like me. I like him. I relate to him. Oh, look at all this. It's so dirty and bloody in here. I just recently built a little room off here somewhere, I think. Oh, no, this is not here. Okay, I need way more, like, staff, like cleaning staff. Here we go. Oh, yeah, I've got way more spots to have more cleaners. So let's get some, like, night cleaners in here. Dexterity.
Wait, Frank, didn't we just heal you?
No, I mean, other people can be named Frank. They're allowed.
It kind of seems like this game has, like, a name book of, like, 10 names.
Margaret, Mary, Nancy, Carol. I mean, maybe.
I've definitely already seen a Margaret And, well, I don't know about the others.
I mean, that's hard, though. They need to come up with, like, what do you want them to come up with, like, 100,000 names or something?
Yes, and ones that, like, the younger generation can relate to, like Destiny.
Destiny.
Yeah.
I don't want somebody named Destiny. Resistance. Rest levels decrease slower. Hard worker. She's loyal. She's everything except for a little bit late to work. But she's also really high efficiency and high dexterity. And I, as a person who's also always late to work, like, I feel like I relate to that.
Don't tell the world that.
I relate to that, janitor. Oh, game's freezing a little bit because it's the end of the night, so it's processing all of the money I've made or lost. Wild celebrations of a national holiday cause more injured patients to come. Nice.
I bet it's the fireworks.
Yeah, it's fireworks. I don't know about you and your city, but in our city, we actually just recently made fireworks illegal because there were too many injuries and, like, house fires and stuff. We were just too stupid to be allowed to have fireworks at Halloween. But our city is full of people that love fireworks and try to find reasons to use them. There we go. See, what did I tell you? She might be late to work, but she is now the only person cleaning up all the blood and dirt on the floor in this room. Whoa, the camera went weird.
Are you sure there wasn't, like, a murder?
It looks like there was a murder here.
It would be kind of the perfect place to do it.
I feel like there was most likely. I guess so. That's what those people you were talking about are, those Nightingale syndromes or whatever. All right, now here's the situation. We've got injuries on the way, and I think we need to be ready. Where was I going to put it? I think I'm going to put it on this floor here. We need to be ready for injuries. And what is that? Well, that's one of the ones we're missing. We are missing orthopedy. Orthopedy. Whatever this one is.
You can't tell, but I am definitely giving him a weird face.
What? Orthopedy.
More that I just don't know which word it's supposed to be.
Like
I don't know the right word.
Orthopedics. So like bones. So anyway, what I'm saying is we need to build a spot where we can, like, save people's bones. People bones.
Skeletons.
Les skeletones.
Wait, ortho. That's foot, though.
Well, but it's a bone looking. The icon is a bone. I feel like it's orthopedics. Like, oh yeah, orthopedics would just be feet, wouldn't it?
I'm looking this up. Okay, wait. Because osteo is bones, right? Because if you have osteoporosis.
I feel like the game is punishing us because it turned like there's no music playing.
Bone doctor.
Yeah, look up.
Using
no,
Google.
look up orthopedy. Now,
yeah, orthopedic.
What?
Orthopedic doctors treat musculoskeletal conditions.
Musculoskeletal. Okay, so not just feet. They don't just have weird feet fetishes. Now, as you can see, folks,
doctor, though.
As you can see, just like in the live stream, I am doing an external hallway, which is less efficient for sure. You won't catch me saying it's more efficient, but there's something about it that just feels more like the hospitals that I'm familiar with. Having a hallway out, so everybody can take part in looking out the hallway, and you can have lots of windows and stuff. Eventually, we're going to have a door and a path and a hallway down to here. I'm not sure what we're going to put in this room. I think this will be all educational. This will be like an educational building here on the side. But right now, we're just going to leave that blank here and start to figure out what we need. Now, I don't know why, but all rooms, they need a reception. So, okay, what is this? 14. So we can go 7 by like 7 for reception. And then put our waiting room just right in there. Like so. There, divvy that up. And then the nurses. No, let's put the doctor's room right here. 7 by 7 is a pretty large doctor's room, but I think it's worth it. And then let's go with the nurses station should be right here. And I think it's going to be like, I think I want to go with lots of glass. So what's that, 13? So we could go, let's go 6. Like that or something. And then what, I don't know what we'll put there. 8 by 7, a nice big room here. And then what size is this room? This is 7 by 12, which, the corridor is not right though. So how big is this room now? This room is 7 by 11, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the size of one of my operating room designs. Yes! All right, so that's a no-brainer. That has to be the operating room. All right, so that's our operating room. And where am I going to put, like, the wards? We could put a strip of wards along here, or we could use all this space here. So we could do a Let's get our HDU right here, like 4 by that. And then we could get a regular ward. Now, hear me out. This might not be efficient either, though, if I do this. But if I do something like this, like 4, you have doors at either end. It's a long ward. We could put a door here, and I wonder if people would use it. Or we could break up the HDU and have a little hallway down here or something as well. It's not a bad idea. And then what does this leave room for? This is 7 by whatever. 24. So that could be all of our, because what do we need? We need orthopedy offices.
Orthopedy.
And we need...
It sounds like a Greek god name or something.
That's what I'm calling it from now on, for sure.
Orthopedy.
Also,
offices. Podiatry is
Podiatry.
When you're a foot doctor, but it's not as big a deal as the other one that we can't say right now.
Like we're not allowed to say it?
No. We're unable. We're not skilled enough. Why can't I say it now? Orthopedist.
6 and 6. Okay, sweet. So I'm going to do this instead. Yeah, I don't know why you couldn't say that, but,
Difficulty.
Okay, so we don't need that many. I think we need a diagnostic unit, though. And we need a sonography or sonography unit. But now that's only 2. So my only fear is, like, are we going to be having the same problems again? Maybe we could fit some more in. Maybe we could do, like, another sonography unit here or something.
Or a stenography one. That's where all the stenographers go.
I see. Hey, remember when the music in the game disappeared a while ago? What happened there? Where's my options? Options. Oh, I have not used it. Music.
Weird.
Did I turn it off?
I don't think so.
Back to game. I don't know. It's just like deadly quiet. Oh, well, that's fine.
Kind of like a hospital, like the calm before the storm.
Yeah. Wait, is there a storm coming?
A storm of injuries from the fireworks.
Right, yeah, we've got all those injury customers coming in. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to get this done before, they come in, because I don't think... this was another thing I was going to say. My new strategy with this game is going to be, I'm going to spend all the money building it, and then I'm going to wait for a bit. I'm not going to staff it up until I've made that money back so I don't go into another hole. We could put an HDU. Maybe it doesn't need to be lengthways. It could be like this. Like, look how big that is. But that's going to leave a lot of empty space in the middle. Unless I build a wall down the middle. Interesting idea. Thank you.
You're welcome. What's an HDU?
High dependency unit. So it's like a regular ward, but for more intense injury customers. It's also the middle of the night. I don't want to be building this at night. Let's get to a nice brighter day. In our hospital here. We got another patient collapsing, Nancy Gonzalez. I guess we can just check it out. Let's take a look. Nancy, what are you up to here? You have either yellow fever or Marburg or malaria, all this stuff here. You're dehydrated, so you're getting rehydrated, so that's good. High fever. Patient has a body temperature over 39.5. Okay, not great. 5 hidden symptoms. I think we need to do much more work here. We need to do some, let's do one of these. A differential diagnosis just sounds kind of cool. Sounds like Dr. House. So I want to make sure to do that one. And a blood draw. Oh, CBC. Okay, all right. They've got a plan. They have a plan. Maybe I'm just making things worse. Because some of the doctors have an idea of what to do. And they've already narrowed it down a little bit. Okay, she 100% has yellow fever. She needs to get transferred to the infectious diseases place. And she needs supportive therapy. What is that, do you suppose? And I'm going to cancel those 2 orders.
I don't know what supportive therapy would be.
Consists of numerous symptomatic treatments, mainly for viral diseases where no specific treatment exists. Whoa. So there's no specific treatment for yellow fever? That's sad. Well...
Things aren't looking very good for Nancy.
Well, I mean, at least we have a diagnosis. So I think that, we'll get... things will get looking good for her. In a little bit. Oh, helicopter just took off. No big deal. I own a helicopter. Not a big deal. Is he coming back? All right, here we are. Now it's the daytime, so that looks much nicer. It's brighter, so we can get back to designing. Whew. Okay, here's where we are. So this is our reception area. Mrs. Solid, what do you think so far? Oh, the music's back. Oh, nice.
Weird. Is it just, does it turn off for nighttime? So like,
I don't
let
know. I think it was
everybody
just on a slow rotation or something. And it looked like maybe it was turned all the way down. What do we think?
I think it looks
Waiting
good.
room,
I mean,
reception,
I'm not very experienced
the
in-
nurses.
Yeah.
If you went up the elevator and looked and saw some seating area right here, you'd probably be like, oh, I know where I'm going now, right?
I mean, that would be useful.
I could put it right here. But then people that come out of this side will be like, where do I go?
I think it's better to be...
Okay, we'll keep it there. Now, the next question is, we have some doctor's offices here, or do I put my sonography unit over here? Let's move this over here so we have a bunch of them. So we can have a 6x6, and we could have another 6x7 here? Okay. Or we do some 5x5es, a little 5x5, and a diagnostic thing here of 5x5. Then we keep these two. Those are 6x6s. Hear me out, though. This is going to create a lot of space here that we could use. So why don't we go 6x6? And the reason I'm going 6x6, the reason I went back on myself is because 6x7. I don't want to do that, though. Okay, new idea. 6x6 here. Hear me out. 6x6 there. Then this doctor's room is already quite big, but we could add this. There we are. Nice. Now that leaves this room here, which I was thinking of having another operating room here, but I think one operating room is going to be fine enough. And then we've got lots of diagnoses happening and some doctors. So this room here could be the common room. We need to build a common room so that our doctors and our nurses have somewhere they can go to eat and relax and stuff.
What's the difference between that and the doctor's offices?
6x3. Okay, so the doctor's offices, these ones are for doctors to see patients.
Oh, those kind of doctor offices.
Yeah,
okay.
and these ones are where all the surgery doctors sit and do their research and prep their things, and then they go here to do surgery. So I think this is a decent-sized situation here. And then let's put oh yeah, we forgot the lounge. I always forget the lounge, and then I put it in later, and it's an afterthought. Like, this is a very long and silly-looking lounge. So I don't know if this is a good idea. But it's all we have now. This is the only spot we have for it. You know what? We're going to make it work. And now it's wall time. Date night and wall time. How do you feel so far? Do you feel like...
such an efficient builder.
Well, kind of. I think, and actually, I will say this, though. People have been nice in the comments. They haven't been too much. I was expecting to get ripped on for my, like, external hallway idea. But I think people like it because it does seem somewhat, at least a little bit natural. You know what I mean? Like, you want to see lots of windows around. Although, I don't know, there probably wouldn't be an operation room just sitting by itself with a hallway all the way around it. I think there's be like a staff hallway in the back that, like, patients can't get to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like if staff have to go quickly through it.
Yeah.
And you can't just have like a person wandering.
And to be clear,
like,
I could actually
bathroom?
I could make one of those. I could make a back hallway. But I haven't thought about, like, I didn't design it that way because there's a washroom and a lounge here. So this is mostly just like an operation room that sits by, that just stands out in the middle of the hallway. All right, so we'll wall these off here. And if I'm lucky, I have some pre-made designs, and we just have to do a little bit of different, like coloring work. Little coloring work. What would you like for floor in here? I think the last time you spoke, you were talking about how it's nice to be able to find your way around in these things.
Yeah, because
Would it just be like a
was
white
getting
floor?
lost.
You know what I mean? Just like a white floor around it? Like this? Clean white? And then maybe, what color is orthopedy?
The only thing I would say
Yeah.
is that sometimes hospitals are so like, you know, the whole like sterile. Like,
Okay, go on.
It's not comforting or anything. Maybe this floor could be like cozy feeling somehow.
Oh, okay.
Are you regretting inviting me on?
No,
yet?
I'm not at all regretting. It could be cozy. So you want this floor to be the cozy floor.
I don't know. Is it possible? I mean, you
Well,
can't make
yeah,
it
we could-
carpet. Like you can't like
No,
clean
but we
the
could
blood
put
out
like
of carpet.
we could
but-
like put parquet flooring down everywhere. It just looks like like a mall, though.
Yeah, I'll agree that it doesn't look like a hospital.
But how about here in the waiting room area, which I have done before?
Yeah, I think that's
okay.
nice.
But
Or
what
the
would look
coffee area.
What would look cozy for you? What do you think would look cozy? Panel flooring? What's panel flooring? Whoa. Does that look like too glassy or
That
slippery?
looks like a ceiling is on the floor.
Okay, ceiling on the floors. We're not gonna do that. What about light lino and like a soft? What's a cozy looking like this tan maybe? Like a lino floor like that? Is that doing it for you?
No.
It did not sound okay. Dark lino?
Part of me is like going back on it, and it's like, well, no, I feel like white is there because it's like cheaper and easier to clean and stuff.
Well, yeah, but
like
we're a rich hospital, and what I have found too is that we're a premium hospital, and that's one of the problems with my design is that like this is such a big bloated hospital with lots of doctors. So that means 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. So that means that I need to regularly only book high-paying patients. Otherwise, I go underwater. So really, we should spend money if we want to make it a premium experience here. This is a rich person's hospital.
So you need some chandeliers, is what you're saying.
Okay. I wish there were chandeliers. All right. Actually, I don't even need to do this. Let's. I think what we could do. Let's go up here and let's just like friggin' grab this tool, the prefab tool. Grab this whole sucker and just plop it in place. Pow. Now, I don't want the blue. We were talking about how this blue was kind of like a sort of it looks like 70s almost. And I like it, but we've used it already. So what is this new ward gonna look like? Let's preview it for Mrs. Solid. You'll never know our names. Our names are protected materials.
My name is Nancy.
Okay, is this like
Nancy Gonzalez?
This is some people in the streams don't like these walls, but what are you thinking? Do you like this kind of a wall?
Oh, well, go with what they say then.
No, well, this is date night. Which, by the way, I'm pretty surprised I was able to convince you that this could be a date night.
Well, I mean, everybody, it's not like we can go anywhere.
Oh, true. That's true.
I get to go to a hospital right now. Ooh, it's exciting.
I think this is like an exterior wall. Any thoughts?
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm with them.
What?
I don't like the wood thing.
You don't like the wood thing, but you do like this? I'm trying something different.
I'm okay
here.
with that, yeah.
You really? Okay. Well, I just don't like the stone on the outside. Like, do you love it?
Oh, I actually didn't even notice it.
What? We're designing a hospital here. You gotta keep your peepers open.
Sorry, everybody.
I don't want to do this.
That one I don't like because it looks like a swimming pool where there's like the tile on the bottom.
Even if it's a different color, like swimming pool color?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. What about beige, but like that? Or is that still? Nah, it's too sad. That looks so sad. We could go with like metal panels. Welcome to the orthopedy floor. Welcome to floor orthopedy. Oh, you actually kind of like it?
I'm okay with it. Well, actually, I don't know if I want to see that everywhere though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, look around at what we've done in the past. This green stripe, the pink, that blue. You know what I mean?
The blue is where all the blue babies are born.
Yeah,
and the
that's
pink
all.
Is where all the pink babies.
Yeah,
are
yeah,
born.
yeah. We have a very gender segregated hospital.
Apparently.
Yeah. Oh
See,
my goodness, you're a girl. You can't be on this floor.
I don't mind that kind of like light pinkish, beigeish color. I like. You know what? Even though there's the, there's the brick, I still like that color for this.
Okay. Oops.
Oh,
That is a washroom stall wall. What about this? Just like a creamy wall.
Yeah.
Creamy wall texture.
Like a coffee-ish.
Right, yeah,
feel.
this is actually, it's not creamy, it's
a neutral.
Yeah, it's called mocha neutral. This is called Starbucks casual. I'll go through it. Starbucks cash. I'm going to go through and do the other walls later cuz nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see me do all that. Well, we can do that offline here. And I assume you don't want to sit around while I do that. Okay. Now I think we can actually copy quite a bit over. So I'm gonna go. Whoops. I'm gonna go grab this floor here that I've designed, folks. Because of the event that we did, this might be a 2-part episode. But the second part, it's gonna be all jazzed up. It's gonna be all nice looking and stuff. And then we're gonna get immediately to solving some of the injury customers that are going to undoubtedly show up with all of their problems.
Do you get to put artwork up?
Absolutely, you get to put artwork up.
Oh, really?
Is that how we should end the episode? Jazzing up the
Sure.
the look a little bit? Now, I see what I could have done here. Yeah, no, I don't hate this design. I don't hate this at all, but down here, I've actually designed it so that I'm getting a little more room out of this hallway here, so I kind of like that. We've got 2 washrooms now. Oh, my goodness. 2 washrooms, but we'll change the color to like a... no, let's maybe just go neutral with it. Let's go with like a gray washroom kind of thing in here. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Although that might be a little too dark. No, it's fine. It's fine for this particular room here. Just change it up a little bit, and then we gotta get some doors. And where's the washroom door here? There we are. Oh, I gotta remove them first. There used to be a function in the game where you could click on something with the other door type, and it would like automatically remove it. There we are.
Now, do you want to know a cool hospital fact?
You got a cool hospital fact for me?
Yeah, I looked up some facts.
Yeah. I want to hear some cool hospital facts.
So my first fact is that the creator of Peter Pan, this creator gave the rights to a children's hospital so that for the rest of time, whenever there's royalties collected, it would go to the hospital and fund it.
Whoa, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Hospital fact.
I like that hospital fact. That's a good hospital fact.
And then there's a
keep
lot
them
of
coming. You have
hospital
more?
facts that are actually to do with like alcohol. Because apparently a lot of hospitals will keep like a stash of beer and stuff so that if people are going through, what is the word now? Like a withdrawal, then they have alcohol ready. And in Germany, it was even common for hospitals to have breweries, and patients could go like have a beer before bed.
I love that actually, because it's kind of like, remember that you're still you and that you're just sick right now, but like it's going to pass, and just like relax, like have a beer. Because like, sometimes hospitals, maybe North American hospitals, they kind of feel a little bit like sickness jail, where it's like, oh, you're sick now. You are just sick. You just sit around being sick. But it's like, what if there's like a movie theater in a hospital? And you're like,
that would be really cool.
Right? You wheel your stretcher over the movie theater?
You're like IV, but you probably don't wheel your own stretcher, but
you wheel
like
your stretcher
IV bag, maybe.
That'd be awesome.
Please, will you just help me? No, that's the rules. You have to wheel your own stretcher.
I'm sorry that you must do that. Okay, I know I shouldn't do this. I get ripped on sometimes, but 6x6 and it fits perfectly. I mean, I'm just gonna build this. Orthopedy offices. I used a prefab. Please don't get mad at me.
Oh, I'm so angry.
Not you.
I'm so livid. Everyone,
I can just tell.
Put below how mad you are.
No, don't. Stop goading them to be mad at me. You always come on and then you goad them, and then you're like, yeah, don't you guys agree? And then in the comments, everyone's like, yeah, we agree with her. You suck.
No, they're not. Just because I'm wonderful doesn't mean anything.
Now the prefab that we stole does have a, actually, I might even let's fix this one up and then copy it over to this one. I shouldn't have planted 2. So should we make this more cozy? This is what it looks like right now. It's quite sad.
I don't know. What's sad about it?
Well, I thought you didn't like the pool thing.
No, I don't like the tile. Is that what you're asking me about?
Well,
I thought you were asking
in
about
general. This is the office. Like, you
furniture.
come up here and you're like, hey, I need to get something scene to, and then you get scene to. And I kind of want it to be more matchy. This is all like very like it's like clashing a lot. Not to be like a design guy about it, but what the heck even. Okay, I want to like change this color to like something different, like green maybe. Change this table to green. Maybe everything's green in here. What do you think of this so far?
Everything green? Well, can you make the chair black or something?
This chair?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, maybe. I can.
Oh, phew.
I can change this to like a black as well. That's a little too black. Maybe just make them wood cabinets. Also, what are they doing? This design is weird. I don't know if I think I actually, I'm just gonna say it. I think I might be a better designer than the game makers.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Now we're just ghosts.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Let's do this. Let's go here. Let's go and delete all this crap. And we've redesigned it a little bit, so let's copy this room over. We're just going to copy this room over and be done with it. There we are. So this is looking pretty good here. Now, I think, yeah, we are coming steadily up on what's going to have to be the end of our part 1. And part 2 will be where we come back and finish our design work in here. Maybe we can end it with a little bit of jazzing up these hallways, though. That's something that I don't do on the episodes very much. I always kind of forget. Oops. Gotta get rid of that wall. I always forget to do the, to actually do the you know, the good work that comes with making the hallways look sort of lived in. I don't know why I'm doing this, but the outside wall maybe has a stripe. Any thoughts?
Sure.
Got any more of those hospital facts?
I do, actually.
Yeah, hit me with a
I would have
hospital
just
fact.
been like, maybe he'll ask for one. Okay. So,
Yeah, I don't have to ask for it. You could just throw them at me.
in a study to improve hospital design for children,
yeah.
researchers polled 250 children regarding their opinions on clowns.
Oh.
Every single one of them reported that they dislike them. Every single one of 250 children.
Hard no on the clowns.
Yeah. They were like, you know what? What would make this child's hospital stay better? What if we had a clown? The kids were like, no, do not.
Wait, what's this wall doing here? This is an accidental, the wall never got fixed. That's weird. That's so funny. 100% no on clowns. Hard no.
Okay, now I have some bone jokes.
Okay, yeah, this is the bone ward.
I just did some research, you know. I wanted to come in here with something to
I like
offer.
it. You came in prepared.
So-
You came in prepared.
Okay, so why does a skeleton always tell the truth?
No, because he doesn't pick bones with you.
Wrong. Because he wants to be honest.
Ew.
Woo!
Ew, I hated it.
Woo! Give us a thumbs up.
No,
for that
I hated
joke.
that. Give us a thumbs down.
No!
I want you to downvote this video
No,
and
don't.
unsubscribe from my
Don't.
channel.
Okay.
No,
you
no,
better
please
edit
don't.
that out.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
Okay. Why was
please
the
don't.
skeleton so lonely?
Why was the skeleton lonely? Because he had no body.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
That one. Oh.
Come on.
Oh, sorry guys. I'll try to find something better.
Yeah, you gotta wake up a lot. You gotta wake up earlier than that to get old, to get me. You
Okay,
know what I
what
mean?
did the osteopathic medicine doctor bring
Whoa.
to the potluck?
Oh, that's intense. Okay, I don't know. A bone salad. That's not a joke.
It was a bone salad. Oh my goodness.
Was it?
No.
Well, then don't.
It was spare ribs.
Okay, now here's my problem with that joke. I find it inherently a very dark and dangerous. If I'm going to be honest, dangerous. It's a dangerous joke.
Oh yeah, and bone salad didn't sound more dangerous.
Here's the thing.
Bone salad.
No, here's
everybody.
No, all that proves is that I'm not really that funny. I hate to say it about myself. You know. I'm sure we all hate to hear it about me, but not that funny.
It's not
What am I trying to do here?
Sorry.
Okay.
I should have been on that so much faster. You're funny.
Yeah, that was like a big pause, a big
yeah,
painful,
I was trying to find
pause.
another joke.
So your joke was, yeah, he sucks.
Okay, but why is that a dangerous joke?
Okay, here's why. We are suggesting through that joke, oh, what a fun joke we think we're having. But in reality, you are suggesting that this person who is a doctor whose job is to save people has taken some of their ribs to his friend's or her friend's dinner.
Yeah, he's resourceful. Good guy. Or girl.
He's not resourceful. It's dark. It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
I'm trying to find one that really sucks. Let's see. Where do you imprison a naughty skeleton?
I'm gonna try to get it.
It's not bone jail.
I wasn't gonna say. I mean, I almost said bone jail, but I realized you can't just it's not a joke. You can't just say like bone thing and then be like, I made a joke.
But it is pretty funny.
I mean, it's making me laugh. Let's put a chartboard here so it looks like, oh, it's their schedule. That looks good. Let's put a fire axe here. Oh, yeah, wait, I need to figure out what I was going to do here. I was going to make these lower, actually, because this is going to be... Oops, I don't know what I did there. This is going to be... here we are. And that one. I'm going to make this glass windows right here into the nurses area. So the nurses area... I in all of the hospital designs I do, I really like having the nurses area very visible.
What, you just want to keep an eye on them?
Yeah.
You don't think that they're doing their job?
Have you not heard that said before? All nurses are slackers.
Oh.
I'm kidding. Nobody clip that and send it around. No, because the nurses like to see all what's going on. They like to be able to see out to all their things. In fact, normally I put them right near the wards, which honestly I should be doing. We should actually consider that. Shoot. I should put them down here, shouldn't I? Oh. All right, well, let's keep going.
By the way, it was going to be put in a rib cage. That's where you
just put in
imprison
a
a
rib
naughty
cage?
skeleton.
Could you imagine? I mean, I was about to say, like, how weird would it be? Like, could you imagine if you were put in a cage made of yourself? But that would be a rib cage.
I mean, we kind of are in a cage of ourselves. Our skeleton just, like, holds us together. Well, I guess that's technically our skin.
Whoa.
Our skin's what holds us together.
Oh, that's so deep.
I'm just like a deep biologist philosopher.
You are the biologist. You're the original, the OG biology philosopher. I don't know what that means.
I did take Anat and Phys, so yeah.
What does that mean?
Anatomy and physiology.
Oh, right. Of course.
But only one class, that's it.
Hey, I mean, that's still... Wait, like you went once and then gave up?
No, I took one semester
Uh-huh.
of an anatomy and physiology class.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It was just part of my degree.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
It wasn't like I was like, ooh, maybe this is my passion. And then I was like, saw the day we had to dissect the cow brain or whatever and was like, nope.
And then just quit hard.
Yeah, I threw the brain at...
You?
No, just kidding. I have no more jokes.
Yeah, I know. You really... I mean, you bailed on that joke. If we're being honest, you bailed on that joke.
I didn't bail. You were like, I have to talk about this right now. You're like, I have to talk about the window for the nurses. And I was going... Oh, I need to tell the other part of my joke.
Are there any more bone jokes?
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
but
hospital
they're just
jokes.
not great.
Okay, hit us with a bad one.
A bad one?
Yeah, hit us with a bad one. I'm going to put something here because there's going to be like a window here. I'm going to put like a coffee table right here. I love this.
Let's see.
Where is the coffee table? Where's the coffee table? Oh, there needs to be a search function on this friggin' thing.
What do you call a funny bone?
What do you call a funny bone? Am I overthinking this, or you know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to figure out what.
It depends if you know bones.
Oh, the humerus.
Yep.
Yeah, nailed it. I did it.
Why are bones so calm? Ooh.
Why are bones so calm?
All the time?
Because they're just they're just boning around. They're just boning their friends.
Nope. Weird. That's not what it is. No. Because nothing gets under their skin.
Ew.
Ew.
I mean, that one doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's like they're not really under. They're
Yeah, like-
under the skin.
Oh,
They're
you put a
already
little
under
skull
your
here.
skin.
Yeah, and bones are the thing that's under the skin. What is trauma tools? Just put some trauma tools here. Should I just put like a bunch of like sharp tools in this? Oh no, now I can't get them. There we go.
Just like take a scalpel. Just for.
What do you think of this little area? Do you think this is a good idea? Right? There's gonna be windows here, and then might do an entrance out here to a garden on this rooftop. So there's like some sofas.
I just wonder who would sit on those sofas. And the reason why I ask that is because once you go like past
And it's right by
emerge
surgery.
into
I
all
guess.
these different areas and stuff, you're not necessarily allowed to bring people with you.
Well, but this is a non-COVID thing, right? Where it's imagine that we are allowed to go walk around a bit.
I guess, but okay.
And also the lounge where they can visit people is going to be right here. So maybe they want to go on a walk.
Never mind. Yeah.
And maybe it's like, oh, sit down while you're working on your bones. Actually, that's what the story, the narrative, the lore of this garden on the rooftop can be. That this area is like, at the, at BC
Take
Children's.
them for a little walk.
Yeah, there's like a little area where as you're healing, you can go out here and
Go
do
see
like
some clowns.
Yeah, you can do walking therapy out here. This is going to be a walking therapy garden.
Okay, that's pretty nice.
I love it. If I do say so myself about my idea. I'll give them a fire escape plan in here too. All right, and I think I want to find something like oh, you know what we need? Obviously. Hello. Friggin', some magazines maybe? Let's put this here, like this. All right, and let's find a vending machine. Coffee vending machine right there. Put some coffee here. Let's move this over to...
I mean, that's your biggest source of income. Let's be real.
Oh, I mean, this is more than all the injury customers. It's just people drinking coffee. There we go. That's a nice hallway. I like that. Big fan of that hallway. Now I just need to remember where these windows go. And so it's 1 every 2. So like that, I think. And we'll get a door in there in a bit when it's time to build that garden. There we go. That's looking good. Maybe I shouldn't put windows on the 2nd floor. Would that look kind of cool? That's kind of neat, right? Or maybe windows, like fewer windows or something on that floor. Anyway, there we go. Folks, I think that's going to be part 1 for this. We're going to need to pick this up later on, maybe on another date night. Do you want to do this again, or do you hate this game, or what are your thoughts? You haven't seen this one before, I don't think.
Call me, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'll let you call me.
Are you going to have at least 200 more bone jokes?
Ooh. Well, I mean, if our quality level is that we just add the word bone to everything, like bone salad, then sure.
First of all, that was a rip on me, and you know what? I'm gonna say right now I deserved it, so I'm okay with that.
I do kind of think bone salad is the funniest one.
But it's not even a pun.
It's funny.
Well, I certainly hope you found this to be some solid content. We got started on our bone area, our osteopathy place. There's a lot to get done, obviously, in part 2 of this video. But first, we needed to this is something that I wanted to do more with this game and on this channel is actually run the simulation a bit. Solve some people.
Why are so many people walking at the same time?
It's 7 a.m. Oh, okay. This is my favorite part, actually. I'll show you this part. So this is the morning shift heading out, and then this is this is the day shift heading into the hospital. Isn't that great?
Why wouldn't there be more overlap? Why does everyone start at the same?
You'd think you could stagger the shifts or something, but unfortunately you cannot. So what happens is they all just come in at once, but then at 7...
That means a lot of them would be learning what was going on all at the same time.
Yeah, usually there's probably meetings and stuff where you scrum and you're like, this is what we're dealing with this person. This is what we're dealing with. Now take a look at this, Mrs. Soller. Look at all this. Look at all this money that's been spent. I'm now in the hole for minus 34,000 doubloons.
Yikes.
And I did a lot of building, so I'm down almost 100,000 doubloons. But that's because in 5 minutes we are about to release all the patients that were in overnight care, and watch the money roll in. This is my favorite part of this whole game, and a perfect thing to end on. Oh wait, let's watch the helicopter coming. Oh no, it left. Oh well. Okay, watch the money roll in. Whoa, there's the helicopter. Yeah, bring in a patient. Yes, bring in that patient.
You sound sort of evil.
Oh, I mean, sorry. Oh no, bring in that patient. Let's solve them. Let's see what Thomas Harris has got. Cardiac injury or chest contusion, broken ribs. So he needs a physical examination. We're gonna do a thorax percussion, and maybe an X-ray if that doesn't tell us what's up. So,
I would love to see a real doctor sit with us and play this.
Oh, that would be such a great idea.
Because I would love to know what their impulses would be.
Yeah. No, that's so true. I would love to get a real doctor to take a look at this hospital and be like, this is stupid. You would do this and this and this.
Do you really want to then?
Well, I would like to find one. I'd like to find a doctor to rip on the design because again, this is video game efficient. This is probably not real life hospital efficient.
If you're a doctor out there watching, I don't know, give us a shout, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. If there's any doctors out there that are actually...
You can join our date
I don't think
night.
doctors have time to watch these videos. Folks,
They're they finish their day at the hospital and they go home and they're like, you know what I'm going to do?
I want to watch
I'm going to play Project Hospital.
I think if you're a doctor, you're not watching Dr. House, you're not watching ER, and you're not playing hospital games. I think you're just doing whatever else. But anyway, I don't want to say that you can't watch these videos. Please do watch them. Please like and subscribe, blah, 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 and all that stuff. I hope you enjoyed this and found it to be truly some solid content. And please check back with us for Date Night 2, Electric Boogaloo, where we finish up our mocha orthopedy thing.
Thanks for coming on our date.
See you all in the next one.